I'm Anil Kumar. In this video, we'll try to analyze linear relations and understand or interpret a given graph. This is a communication question, and the question is, consider the graph representing cost of long distance phone calls with time to interpret the point of intersection and its importance. Now, the point of intersection is right there. The graph independent variable is time in hours. Dependent variable is cost in dollars. It's long distance plan. Now, what you notice here is that for 10 hours, the cost is $30. So you have to interpret this for different plans. That's the whole idea, right? So we have $30 for 10 hours. You can always pause the video, answer the question. Well, the answers will vary. The only thing is we should try to communicate most of the important things when we are discussing such question, correct? So let's start with plan A. To begin with, let's be very clear. We are relating the cost of making a phone call with respect to time, right? So what we are talking about is cost for long distance phone calls, right? So let me call calls. That is what we are calling, right? So there are different plans. Let's begin with plan A first. What is plan A? Plan A gives you a fixed cost. So plan is a fixed cost of $30, correct? As many hours you can talk, right? So let's consider that to be a monthly plan. So any number of hours you may talk, you just pay $30. That's the plan A. Fixed cost of $30. Whether you talk for 10 hours, 20 hours, 30, 40 or more, you just pay $30. That is plan A. Now let's see what is plan B for us. Plan B starts at the cost of $20. Whether you talk for a minute or not, you have to pay $20. So 20 is kind of a fixed cost for here. So in plan B, you have to pay $20 plus when you talk, you have to pay per call basis, right? As you can see from here, if you call for 10 hours, you pay $10 over 20, correct? You pay $10 over 20 for 10 hours. That means every hour you pay $1, correct? So you could write an equation like 20 plus 1 times h or t, because t is a variable, 20 plus t. Every hour you add, you pay $1. So that becomes plan B. So plan B really means that you pay minimum cost of $20 and then $1 per hour. That becomes the plan B. Let's see what is plan C for us. Okay, so plan C is, the minimum cost for plan C is $10. So you pay $10 as a fixed cost. Plus for 10 hours, you are paying 20, the difference between 30 and 10, right? So you already paid 10. 20 more you pay for 10 hours. That means you can say $2 per hour, right? So we can write this as 2t, where t is time in hours, and we're talking about cost in dollars, right? So in this particular case, what we have is minimum cost of $10 with additional $2 per hour. Is it okay? So these are the three plans which we have. So we say 1, 2, and 3. Three plans. Now, how do you interpret the common point here, the point of intersection? So the point of intersection is that if you make a call for 10 hours or if you talk for 10 hours, so the cost for 10 hours is how many dollars? Is $30. Whether you take plan A, plan B, or plan C, that is what it means. It will cost you exactly $10 with either of these plans. Now, what is the significance? The significance could be interpreted as that if you are talking less than 10 hours, which is a better plan. If you talk more than 10 hours, what is the best plan? Correct? So that is what we are looking into. Clearly, if you want to talk less than 10 hours, the best plan is plan C, correct? So we could compare with the point of intersection, what is the lowest? So for less than 10 hours, the best plan is plan C. For more than 10 hours, which is minimum. As you go to the right, minimum is plan A, right? So for more than 10 hours, plan A is the best plan. Correct? So that is what we interpret from the given condition. And I hope you understand how the point of intersection helps us to figure out what plan should we choose so that we pay a minimum as per our requirements, right? So if we're not using the phone much, then plan C is a good plan. Since the minimum cost is much lower, and plan A is best if you're calling for more than 10 hours. I hope that helps you to understand and interpret a linear relation shown on a graph. Thank you and all the best.